I got to talk to you about the rash of shootings that we saw in our communities across the weekend: Atlanta, Philly, Chicago, New York.
Yes.
I mean, and now, of course, you know the bullshit that they done started, Brittany. Black on black crime. Black on, and this is why we can't defund the police. Now, I have to say this. First of all, black on black crime is a myth. Okay, because it's white on white crime. It's the same kind of numbers. Okay, people tend to kill people that live around them and that they're in close proximity to. And we live in a segregated nation, so let's put that out to pasture. Black on black crime. The second part of that conversation is, of course, we should defund the police because obviously they're not stopping crimes. Okay. Like the fact that we saw a rash of shootings and killings doesn't mean we need more money. They already have billions and billions of dollars in their funds, and they're still not stopping these rash of killings. That means that we have to stop something, the root of the problem. Right, Brittany?
No, that's exactly right. We have to stop the root of the problem. Anybody who wants to bring up this myth of black on black crime as the reason why we should not defund the police, we should not abolish police, we should not reimagine the police, is basically saying to you they're not concerned with the roots of the problem. They are simply concerned with making themselves feel better about not wanting to address those roots. Most crime is a crime of lack, right? So I can't feed my family, so I'm going to go rob a grocery store, right? I can't keep a roof over my family's head, so I'm going to go take some money from somebody so that I can do that. Most crime is a crime of black. Most crime in this country is of that nature. And when we actually address the root problems, if we were to address the lack, i.e. make sure that everybody's making a living wage, that everybody's living in good housing, that everybody's got clean air to breathe and clean water to drink, that they can send their kids to good schools, that they won't be punished just for being poor and sent to jail. Like, if we actually go and solve all of those things, crime will continue to reduce. However, people are so obsessed with the version of safety that they've always known that it can be difficult to imagine something different. So we've always known,
and that includes black people, Brittany. So let's talk a little bit about that because there are a lot of people that don't get it on our side of the table either, that really do believe for some reason, even though they live in communities where it's like they're under a military fucking gate. I mean, I live in Harlem and police cars all over the place. And it's not that, I feel safe in my community anyway. And it's not because the police are there.
No, that's exactly right. And listen, I understand that it is hard to imagine what you've never seen. I mean, as a Christian woman, right, like we know that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? So I have faith in our communities that we can reimagine and rebuild what safety looks like for us, because this current system of policing isn't actually keeping us all that safe. The crimes are not being solved. A lot of times in our communities, the police are bringing the violence in because of the way that they stop and frisk us, the way that they pull us over, the way that they kill us just for walking, breathing, running, existing, sleeping, etc. And on top of it, there's this young woman, Tanisha, I want to say her last name is Pewsley, in Montgomery. She was a police detective, beautiful black woman. Oh my God,
yes. Domestic violence. Yes, domestic violence.
A protective order against him, and the protective order clearly did not stop him from killing her, right? So we're enduring issues of domestic violence and intimate partner violence, and this current system of policing is not keeping our folks protected. So we still got to recognize that even though this is what we know, if it's not serving us, we have to let it go. We have to be brave enough and courageous enough, just like our ancestors, to imagine abolition and freedom and liberation even when we can't see it. Baby, we are descended of people who decided to be free even though they didn't know what freedom looked like. That's the kind of spirit that we need to carry with us into this fight.